that walls are bulging, because the machining on one side is bigger.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the TCT Awards 2022. Would you please take your seats as dinner is about to be served.
Printing Innovator Award. Now in its second year, the award shines a spotlight on the female innovators who are leading the charge in the world of 3D printing and additive manufacturing. The TCT and Women in 3D Printing communities put forward their nominations in droves to produce a short list of 5 finalists who've shown passion, expertise and innovation in their work within the industry. To announce the winner of the TCT Women in 3D Printing Innovator Award 2020, which was determined by a public vote, please welcome to the stage Kristin Mulherin, President of Women in 3D Printing, to say a few words.
Thanks, Jason. I'm so pleased to be here to present this award. As a bit of background, Women in 3D Printing started in 2014 from our founder's desire to share stories of the women shaping the additive manufacturing space. That women are less represented in manufacturing and techno fields, no matter the role, from marketing to engineering, entry level to executive. Manufacturing historically has attracted fewer women for a myriad of reasons. And while numbers have been rising over the last several decades, it remains an inarguable male-dominated field. Women in 3D Printing centers around the idea that we should embrace our diverse backgrounds because they are what makes this industry so rich and interesting. And I firmly believe that diversity can be one of the biggest driving forces behind true innovation. Women in 3D Printing supports the creation and evolution of an additive manufacturing industry that reflects the world in which it operates. This community has become a global movement. A volunteer-driven nonprofit, Women in 3D Printing, has become the largest community in the 3D printing industry, accepting of all members of all backgrounds and identities. Starting nearly 8 years ago as a blog, we are now a community of over 23,000 men and women, 75 chapters worldwide, in over 35 countries across 6 continents. I have been involved with Women in 3D Printing personally for 4 years, starting as a local ambassador in my hometown of Portland, Oregon, and then joining the board of directors in 2020. At the end of 2021, I was thrilled that my fellow board members unanimously voted me to take over on the presidency of our global organization as we move into the next stages of our growth. There's a lot to celebrate as we continue to grow. Beyond the organizational milestones and partnerships, we celebrate the people. The TCT Women in 3D Printing Innovator Award increases the representation of more industry leaders among these awardees. This year's 5 finalists are a remarkable group of women who have impacted our industry to an incredible extent. I wish we could award all 5, as each is exemplary in her field. Congratulations to all of you on your well-deserved nominations. With that said, I'm extremely pleased to announce that the winner of the TCT Women in 3D Printing Innovator Award for 2022 is Eliana Fu.
During this time, she's worked tirelessly to both women and men to join the field.
Thank you, TCT and Women in 3D Printing, for this tremendous honor. I was truly humbled to even be nominated amongst this incredible list of nominees who are all powerhouses in their own right. They're all winners in my book. I would like to thank everyone who voted for me, my friends and family, peers and co-workers. There are too many to name. Thanks also to Trumpf and Hyperion X for their support. My interest in AM actually started in the traditional manufacturing world of sheet metal, billet, bar, and plate. So I also need to thank my mentors from that traditional world, Elizabeth Ridgway, John Monsees, Wangan Lin, Dave Bolser, and Roy Adams. My journey into AM actually started at TWI in Sheffield, where my co-workers had a project on blown powder laser deposition, whereas I myself worked on a forging project. Deposition with a laser? What's that? This is Sheffield. Goes back to forging. Years later, I was working at TiMet, Titanium Metals, in Henderson, Nevada, and more of my customers were asking for product for 3D printing, and I noticed fewer and fewer jobs were offered for forged product metallurgists and similar job titles. I made an intentional choice to jump to AM and to learn about it. I worked extensively on the AM raw material supply side at SpaceX. However, it was really at Relativity Space where I worked on onboarding new additive technologies and got really familiar with the WAM process in particular. So I really need to thank Tim Ellis, Jordan Noon, and in particular Sam Toneslin for giving me the chance to explore all facets of AM technology, materials and processes, meeting suppliers, machine manufacturers, and collaborators at a time when Relativity were just starting their journey to space on a 3D printed rocket ship. Many times we had people directly laugh in our faces or gape open-mouthed in amazement at the ambitious goal of being the first to launch a fully 3D printed rocket ship. But as we've seen, we're getting closer to that goal. As we look back on 7,000 years of metallurgical understanding, it is incredible to think that there are 3D printed parts now on orbit and on other worlds. Additive manufacturing is unlocking the door to space. And with that, thank you again for this tremendous award.